G'day everyone, it's Warren from NQ Explorers. Solo trip today, Colin's not with me. World War II Army camp. And today I'm going to, I've parked the Land Rover. I'm going to work my way through this bushland into an area that I haven't detected previously. And I believe it's still to be part of the same large camp that we've been detecting quite often. So I'm going to spend a day in here pretty much as a recon hunt. If I get some nice coins and relics out of here and I can isolate some hot spots where the boys were camped, I'll bring Colleen back up and we'll spend a few days in here and see what we can get out of it. So thanks for watching. We'll be back shortly with the first relic. Well, here's my first military target. I think it's a 9mm projectile. Looks like it's been shot and hit something, but yeah, I think it's 9mm. I'll measure that calibre anyway. There's my next recovery. It was a high 60s bouncing to low 71, 72. It's a bit of strap ending brass fitting off a bit of probably pack webbing. It's a nice little target actually, it was a good signal. One's a nice high tone 75 and it's a pretty consistent number. Jumps a little bit to 77, but it's in the middle of a scrape this. Let's have a look what we'll get out here live. I do get some old World War II crown seal tops. They would jump up in the 70s of course, and a lot of the 303 ammunition is. The cartridges, the shells. Not far to go now. It's only a small target I think. Okay. What's that? Is it the impression of the target or just a bit of dirt? I don't know. Just pull it back a bit and repro point that in case she's out. I didn't see it come out. Okay, here's the target. See what this is. Okay. Looks like a piece of a buckle or something, eh? A buckle, yeah. There's two. I think it's the front of a buckle. Oh no, it's got, oh it could be. I'll clean that up and I'll try to determine what that target actually is. Nice bit of brass or bronze or something. Brass probably. Definitely a World War II item. Here's my next target, a little piece of pack strap webbing ending. Like the one I got about 10 minutes ago. It's a 62, 63. This one was an 80 signal, about 3 inches down. I got it out in that mullock heap there. I don't know what it is, we'll pro point it and have a look. Just for your own information, I've got my AT Pro International in Pro Custom. I always use it in that mode. I've actually got my iron on 40, which is the maximum. And I've notched out everything from 40 to 50, so I'm only digging targets above 50. Which there's not a lot of iron in here anyway, and I'm not getting a lot of good targets below the 50 mark. So we'll see how we go with that discrimination pattern, and if we're not turning up too much, we'll drop that, notch that discrim back in down to 40. Anyway, let's see what's in here. It's an 80. Bit of plastic. It's a bit strange in here. I'm not getting much that kind of modern rubbish here. Okay, here it is. That was an 80. What is that? Oh, it's a little bit of scrap brass or something, is it? Oh no, it's got a pattern on it. I'm not sure what that is. Well, that's definitely the target. I'll just recheck the hole and make sure of that, but oh, there's a little clip. Some kind of little clip. I'm not sure. Right, well this site here, which was a 7th and 9th Division camp, has actually been cut up a little bit by modern infrastructure into 4 distinct pieces. This part here, Colleen and I have never done. We've done the other 3 areas and found some really good stuff in there. So there's a good reason to assume that there'll be relics in this area. And I just got a tarp loop over there, so I'm confident this may yield more relics, but as you can see, it's a really thick, rubbery sort of scrub. You can get the coil on the ground, it's not too bad, but pushing through it is going to be slow and steady, but that's okay. It's a good idea to slow down your detecting. a big area. I reckon there'd be 10 acres in here, so it's going to take me a long time to determine the extent of the camp and pick up any relics in here. They could be anywhere, so let's see if we can find a few hot spots. That's usually a good leader into where they've been camped, obviously. But if you're not a student of Australian military history, just a bit of background on these boys. At the start of the war in '39, of course, we raised what was known as the Australian Imperial Force, the 2nd AIF. Australia has always traditionally raised expeditionary armies because we're in such a remote part of the world, a big island right down the bottom of the southern hemisphere. We've never been really threatened until World War II. So in the 19th century we raised expeditionary forces to go and help the British causes overseas. New South Wales Regiment went to, the colonial regiments went to New Zealand in the 1880s. Then we went to the Boer War in the 1890s, and First World War, of course, where we, the Anzacs, the first Anzacs, made all those sacrifices in Gallipoli and the Somme and all over France. Now the Second World War came along, and of course it started in 1939 in Europe, so the 2nd AIF was raised and we sent our divisions to Europe. 7th Division up in Syria, and they came home from Syria. The 9th Division was in the, attached to the 8th Army, the British 8th Army, fought all through the North Africa to El Alamein. And then in 1941, December 7, when Pearl Harbor happened and Australia was directly threatened by the Japanese, because they came down through the Dutch East Indies so quickly, right through New Guinea, and we only had militia units up there at the time, the 39th, we had to get the professional soldiers back to Australia. There was a bit of a kerfuffle over that with Churchill, but we got them back. So they came back to Australia and then straight to New Guinea. They fought the campaigns over through Kokoda, Boona, Gona with the US Army, and then pushed the Japanese out of New Guinea. And after that they came back here, and they camped here, 7th and 9th Divisions at different times. They were trained in tropical jungle warfare, and then they went back to New Guinea, Bougainville, and all through Dutch East Indies to fight the Japanese right up to the surrender in '45. That's why the Australian Army was camped here, North Queensland, tropical jungle training, to acclimatise the soldiers to what they were going to cop up in the islands. This is a very similar climate, very humid tropical area, and we've got some dense rainforests here where they did a lot of training. So that's why the Army was here. These camps weren't early war camps, they were late war, 43, 44, 45. So generally we get coins and relics that date from that period, because 1943 there was a lot of pennies and halfpennies made, so that's where we get a lot of 43 penny halfpennies. Some areas this camp might be a little bit older because we've got some earlier coins, the King George V stuff from the 20s and 30s. But anyway, that's a bit of a background for anyone who's not fully versed on Australian military history in the Second World War. That's why the troops were here, and that's why we're getting these relics and coins here now. So let's get back into it. Well, I'm getting my leaders straight away, poncho, grommets and tarp loops. So these are in the 60s. I'll dig all these, and they're a really good leader into a camp because obviously where the poncho, especially the tarp loops, there's got to be a tent around here somewhere, so this is good. Well, here's my first webbing buckle out of this new area, which is quite large. I'm getting pretty excited now because I've got 3 or 4 tarp loops and grommets and a bit of webbing. So yeah, there's been activity in here obviously, because if you're just finding bullets, that's not usually that good, because often they're shooting into the bush and they mightn't be camped there, and they're not going to be camped with it letting off rounds. So rather than a target area, this looks like a camp area. This is good. Well, here's my next target. It's an old Aussie, I think it's a Lockwood. I haven't cleaned it properly, but I think that's a Lockwood logo on there. The steel hasp is long ago rotted away. That'll be, I'm suggesting that's World War II. So this is good. Just going to go and set up over near this dig. I've got a really good high tone 70s, it's jumping into low 80s now. And we'll walk in there and give you an idea of what I'm detecting in. This isn't too bad here. You can push past this lantana. I guess it's been burnt some time back, and it's not too bad, but when it grows back in, like there's no lantana in this spot. Oh, there's a bit flowering now, so that's going to be trouble next year. Anyway, here's my dig. I'm just trying to determine what's going on here. There's a bit of a mound there. You probably can't see that on the video. Could have been, may not be natural. Could have been constructed. But as you can see, the bush here is untouched since 1945. There's nothing in here now. So there's not much junk. Virtually none. I think I've dug one ring pull today. back near the car. And let's have a look at this one here. Now, this was an 80 at the last check. Let's check that again. As you can see, I'm about 3 inches down in the really loamy material. Okay, I've got an 81, 82 in the bottom of the hole. This could be a good find. Okay, there I am, right in the bottom of the hole. So I'll just open it out with the prospecting pick and make sure we don't damage what we're recovering. Well, we use these things for prospecting for gold too, so got to be a bit delicate with them, and that's the whole idea, is dig around them and loosen the earth, and the target should just come straight out on the pick like that. Okay, what's this? Look at this patina. We've got something being unearthed here. I just saw a bit of soil with the brass on it, so looks like a big buckle coming out. Let's get in closer there if we can. Okay, there we go. There's the target. Let's see what this is. What is this? No, it's not a buckle. Nice bit of brass though, whatever it is. Okay, well I'll clean it and see if we can get anything information, if there's a number or anything on it or any writing. I've got a shallow 83 here. Could be similar to that last recovery I got, whatever that was. Oh no, what's this? Something larger. Well, that's definitely World War II. I don't know what it is. A tube, brass tube of some sort. I'll see if it's got any. Oh, it has got something on it there. Look at that. What is that? Well, it's been a couple of hours coming, but it's got a coin out of the site, very deep here, probably 7 inches down, under a root. Just disturbed it and pulled it up. It's a penny. You can see the edge of it there. There we go. Let's have a look and see if we can get a date. That looks to be a kangaroo, I think. Kangaroo penny. Okay, look, I'll give this a quick bush clean and we'll get a date off it. No worries. Well, there it is. It's post-World War II, this one, even though it's in this area. Well, it's not surprising. People have been coming through here for a long time, I suppose. 1949, King George VI kangaroo penny. Can't see the king there, but nice patina, as you can see there. So not World War II, but a coin nevertheless. Okay, I've come 3 paces from that penny. It was very deep grass. I got a target ID that was very weak, and then blanked out sometimes. There was no ID. I've taken the grass off. You can see I'm getting a mid to high 80s here. Small compact target. This could be a nice piece of silver actually. We'll have a look. No, it's going up to 90. That's a bit crazy. We'll just iron check that. No, it's not iron. Okay, we'll do a live dig and risk the embarrassment of what that might produce and see what this target is, eh? Okay, as you saw, it's a high 80s. It sort of jumps around the 88, 89 consistently. Could be a brass tube or something, but we never know. It's the beauty of detecting these World War II camps. Absolutely anything can turn up. It's a lot of fun. Okay, target's out. I didn't see anything coming out. We'll just see what we've got in this malachite here, eh? Ah, what is this? Piece of cut something. I'll have a close look at this. It's clearly not a coin. That's the target. Well, this is another low 80 signal next to this bit of burnt timber. Looks like I've got a nice buckle. Yes, beauty. Complete with pin. That's a ripper. Nice one. I just went back for a bit of lunch at the Land Rover, bit of a break, and my first target after the break was an 80, and it's my second piece of webbing for the day. It's a nice piece of buckle, that. Well, the Recon continues. I just found an old slit trench here, as you can see, bit of rusty steel in the bottom. Country's getting steeper, but I'm going to head down this ridge line down the creek, and see what we can get down the bottom there. If there's any flat areas, I'll investigate them. Well, I've come a couple of kilometres into the bush now. It's getting pretty steep, just looking for camps. Anything in here, old tracks. Haven't had a target for quite a while, so I don't think there's been any activity here, but of course the men were route march through all this country continuously, so you can always pick up something in the middle of nowhere. But I'm going to follow this ridge line up and see if there's anything up on the top of this. There's some healthy looking grass spears in this area of the bush. Come up onto the top of the ridge now, it's quite flat, and a little grove of these grass spears. Well, things are looking up now. I just chased a few roos out of here, they're ahead of me. But over there in the bush, I don't know if you can see it, there's some rusty drums, World War II dump. So there could be a camp close to this vicinity. I'm on the other side of the creek to an area that I know well, but I haven't been really up in here much, so we'll have a look around here now. Right, well here we are. It's a little drum dump, rubbish dump, World War II beer bottles. Little collection of broken bottles in there. These I think they're 5-gallon drums, and then further down there's a big 44. It's a beer bottle here. Let's just, this will be dated for sure. Oh no, RBR. Usually got the year stamp on the bottom. Some of these drums look to be marked, so we'll have a scratch around in here and see what else is here besides the rusty drums. I guess the camp can't be far away if there's a drum dump here. And the interesting thing is there's no track. Well, there's not now, there would have been in 44. Okay, I'll head down through that way where that big 44. I've just found a World War II bottle pit now, so I'm going to have a scratch around this bottle pit. This is typical of what I was getting up on the Cape years ago. That's that beautifully patterned, I think they're cordial bottles. Here's another one here, just lying on the surface. Pick Me Up Sauce. That's a real old beauty. Okay, as you can see, broken bottles in this little pit, and there's a second little pit over there, so we'll have a bit of a scratch and then we'll run the detector. Well, I've just come into a bit of bare dry ground. I dug a beautiful inconsistent 76, and I just got a little piece of silver. Look at this. That's the shrepence still adhering to the soil. There she goes. Nice. A little bit of tarnish on that side. I can't quite make that out, but we'll have a close look at it and see if we can get a date off it. Nice. Well, it's a lovely old King George V 925 silver. Threepence, I think that's 1936. You can probably see that there on the video. Beauty. And good nick too, a little bit of tarnish, but otherwise, little wear, in great condition. Right, that's the hole where I just got that threepence. I've left that open for demonstration purposes. A metre to the left, I've got another really good signal. 81. It's only 15 centimetres. Could be a multi-coin spill, eh? We'll do a live dig on this one. And because I've got high hopes for this, based on what we just picked up next to it. Okay. Could be a penny. Yeah, the ground's nice and hard here. No, it's not too bad once you disturb it. That was a root there. Just take it easy because I'm going to scratch whatever we got in here. This is about the depth the threepence came out of, about there. Check it with the probe pointer. Oh, it's up near this root here. You can see there. Might be a bit tricky to stick. Sorry about that. That was the pit going past. Righto. Yeah, that should have got it. Oh, look at this. Another coin. Let's have a close look at this. You can get in closer, focus on it. Another coin here. And it looks like it could be a sixpence. The 2 silver spill. Well, that's not bad. Same level of tarnish. Okay, we'll clean that one and we'll get that one out of the ground. Right, there's the 2 silver spill you guys just got then. It was the threepence on the right was first, and then that sixpence, you can see is quite worn. I can't see the date on that. I'll have to magnify that, but you can probably see it there. I think it's a 1920s coin. Well, that's a good little find. They're about 2 feet apart. I haven't checked the area, so they could be... Okay, there's the side of the 2 silvers. We have the threepence there and the sixpence there. I'll fill these in a minute, but I'll just scout this area and see if there's anything else around. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little outing there. A couple of nice silvers to finish it off. That was a good way to finish. Thanks for watching, everyone, and happy Fossicking. Bye for now.